he knew everything.
But anyway, this was the new Ken, whatever the fuck, and his name was Austin Rogers. And it turns out one of my listeners on the radio show, who also is a big fan of the Smith and Milano podcast, this show,
Nice.
went to high school.
We finally found him.
Yeah, he went to high school with this guy.
Okay.
So he's like, you got to watch.
And did people hate him in high school, or did they like him? Because we need to get the dirt.
I didn't care enough to ask those questions.
No, I want to know, because the people that are in jeopardy, I think, are people that aren't necessarily popular in school because they're nerdy, right?
I don't know. Who knows? I guess nerds are supposed to be the popular ones.
I mean, I wasn't really a nerd in school. I was, but I was.
You're a theater geek.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Different kind of geek.
Yeah, people just didn't like me.
You have your own clique.
That's
people
right.
loved you within the theater community.
Exactly.
So you didn't give a shit about anybody else.
Not at all.
There were geeks who were just geeks and alone, and that was, in hindsight, very sad for them, and I feel bad.
Very sad.
So maybe that guy you're getting at, maybe he was one of those. I have no idea. But I do know that I trust the suggestions of the person that said, hey, go check this guy out.
Right. And you watched it?
And I watched, and I thought, that guy really fucking did me wrong for the first time. He led me in the wrong direction. What do I care? He only cared about him because he went to high school with him. He was a little quirky, but not enough to make me sit
and
through
watch
it
every night.
Right. Or follow.
And meanwhile, you've missed the first 2 innings of the Yankees game.
Correct. That's true.
So in hindsight, this is what we're going to say. We should watch Jeopardy only in the wintertime.
Round 1 and 2 only.
Right.
No final.
And I am going to kick your ass when we do Jeopardy.
You're not.
No, you're going down.
What are the other, while we're on the subject, because I just spent 10 minutes telling you how I didn't give a shit about this guy, and we could have really skipped over this altogether. Right. What are the other best game shows, in your opinion?
Game shows?
Yeah.
I always like Jeopardy. I thought that was good. I always like games like To Tell the Truth.
Okay.
I like that. I like when people
old.
are lying. I like that with Bill Cullen.
You're old.
To Tell the Truth.
Yeah.
I really liked. What was the one that Groucho hosted back in the 50s?
I was gonna say Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and The Price is Right.
I worked on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Which one?
The daytime version with Meredith Vieira.
I love her.
She's the nicest person in the world.
Is she nice?
She's a sweetheart. I
get
love
this
her.
whiff of sexual, like this wild.
She's very sexy.
Sexual.
She's very sexy.
Like she is an animal, but it's right beneath this thin
and she's
veneer
also,
of
but she's also fun to
professionalism.
hang out with too. I've been to events, and this was 15 years ago. I worked with her.
Did you bang her?
And no, I did not bang her.
You should have banged her.
No, I did not bang Meredith Viera.
Next time you see her, can you bang her?
No, I did not bang her. Ever.
Look how professional you got right there. You're like, wait a second. I know her. Now be nice.
If I had banged her, I would have told you that I
works
banged
for
her.
ABC Corporation, and so do I. She's a nice lady.
We would meet for lunch in the commissary. No, we wouldn't even do that.
Right.
I never banged.
Hand job?
So not even a hand job.
She didn't give you a hand job, huh?
No, not ever.
It's very disappointing. You understand?
You know what? It is disappointing.
For all your stories, like you told me about how you were, banging Australian drifters, but you can't get a hand job from Meredith Viera.
Well, to be fair,
I mean, be a man up and get a hand job from Meredith.
To be fair, Australian drifters are a lot easier to get.
Yeah, I know.
Than hosts of TV shows.
But you were bragging about it, like you're picking off sex zombies in Brooklyn, and I just wanted to hear a Meredith Viera hand job story.
No, her hand was nowhere near me ever.
Okay, how long did you do the warm up on that show?
I only did it for a few weeks,
and she did not only a few. Oh, you were like a fill-in at the time?
I was a fill-in at the time.
During your stretch there with Meredith Viera, she did not give you a hand job.
No,
but how many hand jobs did she give?
It's hard to say. All I know was that I wasn't in that line.
I just feel like she's a giver. I feel like she sees somebody having a down day.
She's happily married.
I
don't know if
you're
aware.
Mondays, and then she just gets at it.
Yeah, because that's all TV shows are. Matter of fact, at the show I work on, since then, every show that I've worked on since then, I refuse to start my warm-up until I get a hand job.
You're warmed up.
That's right. I'm like, listen, I'm running late. Who's giving me the hand job today? That's the dirty little secret of TV.
I think we know what we're naming this episode.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish. alive.
Cinco.
The biggest thing in social media over, let's say, the last 7 years is the selfie.
Right.
And maybe there was a time we all thought that it would leave us because it's goofy, right?
Yeah.
But
no,
it's also convenient.
I rarely take selfies.
Well, so do I, but we have to do these things. Like we did a Facebook Live video for
Yeah, we
this
have
podcast.
to do it. Right, we have to do it.
I mean, we didn't have to, but it's a good way to get people's attention.
Exactly.
Right? For the show. So we did it. And I had to hold it like a selfie.
Right.
Right? We did a selfie photo here in the studio.
Oh, we've done a
for the
bunch of
show.
selfies since we've started this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So they're convenient for marketing your stupid podcast, your stupid radio show,
Right.
your stupid whatever you do. Right? So it looks like they're not going away.
All right. So your point is?
Kim Kardashian kind of started. She was right in the forefront of the selfie.
No, that was a
movement.
porn that she did.
Yeah, right. Well, she says selfies are over.
So now
That's out.
She now makes the decision whether or not selfies. You know why? Because she took a selfie with her jewelry and she got tied up and robbed in France.
She didn't get robbed.
She got robbed?
No.
No, they stole some stuff.
They they weren't getting any traction at the time, and
Right.
she lied about getting robbed.
You're saying that, wasn't she really robbed?
No.
So some guy with Ebola did not rob her.
Nobody robbed her.
I thought she was robbed.
If the Kardashians could influence any government to help them lie
Right.
to get more media, which government is most likely to just roll over and do whatever?
I'm going to go with France.
There you go. And that's my working theory.
You're saying that the French rolled over to make the Kardashians look like victims.
That is what I am saying. And how far-fetched is it based on our past history?
It's not far-fetched at
Okay,
all.
there we go. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
S-Car, go and do whatever you want.
So anyway, Kim Kardashian has now deemed selfies over.
Done. Yeah.
Just for her or for everybody?
No, yeah, if you do it, you're not awesome.
Okay, so we can look forward to no more selfies from Kim Kardashian.
Correct.
All right. Mm-hmm. And so is there going to be a celebration of some sort?
Well, she doesn't need to take selfies. She can hire a camera crew to follow her around. She's not going to stop having pictures taken of her so that she can display them every 5 seconds.
Right.
Let me ask you a question, because I hate talking about these people, but they're out there.
Yeah.
Do you find this tribe of idiots, which is what they are,
Right.
do you find any of them attractive?
Yes.
Which one?
Kim Kardashian is attractive. I've been
Physically, yeah. She's a terrible
I've
human
been only a couple of feet away from her.
Oh, you did.
On many occasions.
Did. Hand job?
No. I have not gotten.
You know,
let me think.
I'm starting to question what kind of a man you are. You're doing all these shows, you're on all these
And
celebrities.
not one hand job.
And not one hand job.
Trying to think of any celebrities have ever given me a hand job. Let me think.
Chelsea Handler's had to give you a hand job.
Ew, no. That would be the last
She's got
person.
knuckles like a longshoreman, I bet. It's just all knuckles.
Dirt under her
Ow.
nails.
Ow. Ow.
What happened?
I said ow.
What's going on?
Stop it, Knuckles.
You're not done yet. I'm done.
What do you sand floors for a living? Can you fucking lotion up?
So anyway, I've been feet away from her on several occasions.
Oh, Kim Kardashian.
Kim
Yeah.
Kardashian, very cute.
Okay.
Very, very cute. Beautiful. I would even say beautiful.
Yeah.
What's the new one's name that everybody's Chloe?
There's Kylie and Kendall.
All right.
And Kylie is the one that's built like Kim.
Okay. And the other one they're cute.
Kendall is
I
like
think
the
they're
thin
cute.
model type.
I would only be with them for minutes because I think they would annoy the shit out of me after
absolutely,
a while. So yeah. So what were we saying?
I think I'm just basically asking you, if we are considering them the worst notable, recognizable human beings on planet Earth, which I think you and I would agree that they are as a family, aren't they?
I would put them further down the list, say after...
We got dictators.
You
got Kim Jong-un.
Non-political people, yes.
Non-political
I would
people.
say
so
yes.
they're the worst people.
I don't like them at all.
They're the worst people on planet Earth after Kim Jong-un and...
Right. Okay, maybe.
Well, I mean, who are you squeezing? You got throw a comedian's name out there. I'm sure you got a list.
I think comedians are a lot worse than the Kardashians.
No.
There are some really douchey comedians.
Oh, well, sure. but they're smarter.
Yeah, I don't think the Kardashians are doing anything to destroy the world.
They're wrong, first of all, and you're fucking me up here.
All right, I'll play along. Yes, they are the worst people.
Human beings on the planet.
Yes,
Earth.
they are.
Okay. With that said,
right,
you'd still do horrible and terrible things in exchange for having sex with them.
I would do. Yes, I would. But
that's all I wanted to know.
But I think that's
you feel the way I feel.
think that's most guys' dating life.
Yeah, we're terrible.
I think that a lot of guys have been with women that repulsed them, but they found them physically attractive, and at some point you have to go, all right, you know what? I'll do it.
Yeah.
You take one for the team, and then afterwards you regret it. But then you end up with them again and again and again. That's
how guys, any guy, pick a guy. If you're a lady listening to the show right now, one guy pops in your head immediately.
Yeah, because I know women have dated or had sex with guys that they thought were total assholes.
Right. No, but I'm saying like anybody, whatever guy just popped in your head as you're listening, think of that guy and think of a time that they mentioned a song or a movie or read a book that just sucks. You know how they knew about it? A lady who is terrible at life who happened to be hot.
Right.
That's where that shit comes from.
Look, we all go after people that we find disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you only find out...
Because listen, if you're hanging out with a bunch of guys and a really beautiful woman walks by and maybe you know that she's a bitch or whatever, every guy goes, I'd do that. I'd hit that. I'd go for her.
Yeah. And that's how they say it, too.
Yeah.
And I'm not proud to be in those conversations, but I'm there. I'm not saying it. I'm not leading.
Right. I don't know.
I'm not leading the march.
I don't know if I'm proud or not proud. I think it's just a fact of life.
Locker room talk.
Fish got to swim. Birds got to fly. Guys got to bang chicks they find repulsive.
Okay. All right.
It's a fact of life.
Fair enough. We got to thank our fantastic sponsors. First of all, Treehouse Comedy Productions, our title sponsor. And they have locations all over the place.
All over the place.
You got Bistro B. I'm just going to do some from memory, and then you're going to back me up on the rest.
I will back you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to back you up right now as I'm pulling up the plug.
Right.
Because, we get this information just minutes before we go on the air.
We've asked for it
just
sooner.
Minutes. And yet it's the same information week after week.
That's not true.
It is.
Be nice. Be nice.
So, Treehouse Comedy.
See, now that was a terrible fucking impression. That was me.
Oh, I didn't.
What was I doing? Borat?
Who?
Borat?
Oh, I thought you were doing, what's his name? The kid from Coleman, Gary Coleman. I thought you were doing Gary Coleman for a second.
No, that was terrible.
It was a bad impression.
Bistro B.
Anyway,
Westport.
Here's where they have it, okay? Yeah. They have venues in Westport, Windsor Locks, Brantford, North Haven, West Haven, Hamden, and at the Fairfield Theater Company. Go to treehousecomedy.com for all upcoming shows. A lot of great shows are coming up. As a matter of fact, coming up very soon is November 4th. We have Tammy Pescatelli from Last Comic Standing. Very funny. November 18th, Caroline Ray from Sabrina the Teenage Witch and the Caroline Ray Show, in which R.C. Smith was the warm-up comic. Is going to be at Bobby V's. And so those are the two big shows coming up. Go to treehousecomedy.com or call the business office at 203-268-5857. They also do Funny for Funds. If you want to raise money for a great cause, Treehouse Comedy can hook you up with that. And you can also book R.C. Smith and Lou Milano. And also they have all the information about the Smith and Milano podcast at treehousecomedy.com. As well.
If you want to advertise on the Smith and Milano podcast, you go to treehousecomedy.com.
And you should advertise, because where else are you going to find such hard-hitting and funny commentary about life?
Exactly. Guitar Hanger. You go to guitarhanger.com. They're located close to where we do the podcast here in Danbury, Connecticut, right in Brookfield, Connecticut. But you can get anything you need from them online at guitarhanger.com. If you want custom-made guitars, they have beautiful ones. If you want brand-name guitars, they have them. Strings, pedals, amps. You need a high school music instrument for your kid, you can get that there. They buy, they trade, they do consignment, they teach lessons, anything you want in music, guitarhanger.com.
Another podcast you should be listening to as the continued podilization of America happens. It's called The Rope Break.
You dick stain.
Joey Etch and Ryan Baer. It's your only local source for news, opinions, and interviews revolving around pro wrestling and combat sports. Good guys, good show. New episodes each week available on iTunes and Stitcher and anywhere else you get your podcasts. It's The Rope Break.
Mike, why do you have to talk like that?
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you.